Okay, Brian, I have my question for you.
Yes.
Okay, we're live.
Correct.
Ladies and Damon.
Yes.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to That Checks Out, coming to you from the wonderful studio of Audiohive Podcasting Studio. That's dumb.
That was
We should fix
redundant.
That was redundant.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. It's a great intro so far. At least you said Damon and Ted in the right order.
I am your host, Ted, and this is the guy next to me, Damon.
What a jerkweed.
Damon, what do you got for us this week?
So, a couple things. I have to start when we were coming today. You got to turn me up my cans too. I can't hear myself.
Oh, here we go.
You got to turn.
I will tell you that we did Hanging with Monster podcast.
Yeah.
He did the same thing, Brian. So
I did.
It's not a mutual relationship you have with this.
No. I very much have many people turn up my cans. So.
Maybe you should just invest in some bell tone, and then these guys won't have to keep.
Well, that leads us to
Turn
the
up your
question:
cans.
turn down for what? Turn up my cans.
All
Nothing?
right. So while
Your
we
look
were
of disgust was awesome.
while we were driving here today,
Yeah, well, before we were coming, I had to stop and get gas. Okay, so I stopped. Now the gas station.
where did you stop? I stopped in Wilmington at the Minute Mart.
Oh, the Minute Mart.
Yeah, which used to be the pit stop.
Right, pit stop when we were growing up.
Yeah.
No, I stopped at the gas station right outside my house. And
Oh, did you have to put in your code?
I did.
All right.
I did. But then I said, I'm going to walk inside and get a Gatorade. So I started pumping, and literally, as I start walking away, the guy next to me says, like, "You're not supposed to leave that unattended." And I'm like, "But I don't work here." I'm like, "I don't work here." And he's like, "What?" And I just kept walking. And I went inside, did what I was doing. And I did glance out a couple times just to make sure nobody was messing with my stuff.
Yeah. Was it an older guy?
Yeah.
Okay.
And not much older than what we are,
right.
but he was, and he's like, "You're not cool."
Brian, how many people are in this room?
3.
How many Gatorades did he say he bought?
I wasn't paying attention.
They only had one left.
Yeah,
I
look,
bought the last one they had at the gas
There's
station.
just one in the room. So
Gotcha.
the answer is one. So
Yeah.
anyway,
Yeah.
you're checking out, make sure no one's messing with your stuff.
Yeah, so I'm just casually peeking out and making sure, because like Gatorade selection, went in to get a beverage. I wasn't sure what kind I was going to leave with.
I see.
So that was
So you went with the one they only had one left, so that way you could be
right.
like, well,
it was easy for me once I
yeah,
got inside. They had
right.
one.
They only had one.
They had one.
I wanted to share.
Right. Well, I would. Did you guys?
No.
I would drink off this side of the bottle.
No, that's
if you
all right.
want to? No. Okay.
I'm good, thanks.
So anyway, I started thinking on the way out. The guy was done pumping and like getting in his car, and my pump. I was like, if I get back out there and it's like what it was when I left, then he probably walked over and collected off. But no, it went all the way. It was like $59, because gas is gas. It is what it is. But my whole thought was, hence the term "pay attention." See, if I need to attend to something, I need to be paid.
Yeah.
Okay. So since you're not paying me to pump gas in my vehicle, the exact opposite's happening. I'm paying for the fuel and I'm doing the manual labor.
Yeah.
Okay. Which, Lord knows, pumping gas is not easy. Okay. I feel like I really could have went off on that guy. You know what I mean?
I see your point. However, in my experience, I have seen that automatic thing fail.
Yeah.
I know that because one time I paid $80 for $8 worth of gas.
Really?
Yeah, because it failed, and they had to clean up a lot of gas under my car that day.
Really?
Yeah.
So how does that affect me?
Well, if that happens to you and you're standing there attending it, you can turn it off immediately.
Well, I can, or I'm also flammable. So realistically, I don't know that I want to be showered in gasoline. I feel like being inside, selecting a beverage, is the safest place to be.
I think you can just like release the lever manually, though.
Yeah, I'm with Brian on this.
Okay, first off,
the thing.
the visual aid does nothing for me other than it looks very weird from this angle. I don't know what you're doing.
One of these.
Yeah,
Squeeze the
if you
handle.
did Brian, he's never seen something that like wide in that motion.
It's weird.
If you would have done it more like this, with just your two finger and thumb. Oh, I know what you're doing.
What's all the fingers?
I don't understand.
But no, I absolutely, it kind of sent me sideways where I was like, first off,
Is that why you've been in a mood all morning? Because an old man questioned, not even an old man, just an older man, questioned your ability to attend something from 50 yards away.
yeah. Yeah. And in reality too, since I can see my van, I really am tending to it anyway. Am I not? I can see it.
Well, if that thing fails, you're letting that guy get showered with gas. So
Which, hey,
his problem. I get it. Yeah.
again, how did that fail? See how that affects
So far,
me.
this all checks out.
So-
I mean, I think if the whole gas station explodes, you're still going to be affected.
Yeah.
I don't think the 18 feet away that you are is going to protect you.
Well, first off, if I'm holding liquid in my hand, which I was, I can put myself out really fast.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So let's look at the big picture.
I hope if that gas station blows up, that at least something flies over and goes right through your deck. Because we have mentioned
deck, right?
I did say deck.
Yeah,
we have mentioned that this is right by your house.
Yeah. That would be so great.
Oh, you know what? Now I see why I should have attended.
It's actually
Well played, gas station.
It's actually the pump, and it's asking for my PIN number or for my zip code.
What's your zip code? Bruh. You're right. You're in my deck.
You're right there.
We are right here.
Right here.
Oh, you know what? Ah, man, speaking of this week, I wanted to ask you, is your wife okay? She lost a family member this week.
Yeah. Yeah, she lost a family member. Yeah. I woke up to that. Was it yesterday?
Yeah.
The day before yesterday.
Well, I mean, we're a little time traveling with these podcasts because everyone but me has stuff to do on the weekekends now. So
Right. So
when you hear this, it'll be a little bit different. But yeah, it was for us. It was yesterday.
Yeah, I woke up to Prince. What was his name?
Philip.
Prince Philip died, and I said, "Who's that?"
Oh no!
And she goes,
"You did not know."
Yeah, and she goes, well, "Listen, I know that the William, and then I know that the hairy guy that got thrown out or whatever, and this and that."
Yeah, he was a hairy guy.
Yeah, so I know that stuff, right?
Yeah. To be fair, because the other one's bald. So
nice. Hey, see the irony there?
Yeah.
The ginger has his hair.
yeah,
Weird, huh?
Yeah, it is weird.
So anyway,
I see why people hate the Royals. I get it. I see what
anarchy.
Yeah.
No, but anyway, I wake up to that, and she tells me, and I said, "Oh," I said, "Okay," and like she's waiting for me to like respond with something. So I look at her and I go, "Is this like are you hoping they do 90 days the other way? And like, do we need to get divorced now so I'm available and we can bring over a sister wife for you?" And she's like, "What?" I said, "Like a 90-some-year-old sister wife, one that does a weird wave, And I start turning my hand side to side, and I go, just so you know," I said, "I'm never gonna call her mom." Like that, And she's laughing and she's cracking up, and I'm like, okay, it's not that funny, but it must be because it's early in the morning that you feel like, that this is the funniest thing you've heard so far. Because you haven't got out of bed yet,
It's a sad day, but all right.
Yeah, but we were going through the whole thing, and so then later on, I found a screenshot of where they have. I was going to share it on our page, but I don't want it to get out of control, ignorant, going the other way. But there's a screenshot of the Queen on Tinder, and it's hysterical. It's hysterical. Gives her a little bio there and everything else, And so I sent it to Nicole. I said, just in case you're wondering. I said, looks like
you're saying there's a chance.
There's an option, And then I was like, do I know my right from left? And the better question is, does she know her right from left? But
I won't do. I don't sleep on that side of the bed.
But they were married. They were married like 70 some years. Yeah. So Nicole told me, because I said, well, we got to hurry up before she goes, and she goes, she's going to go soon. And I said, what do you mean? She's like, why? They were married for 76 years or something. I think Nicole told me. That's a long time to be married to somebody, and then you lose that person. That's pretty crazy.
Yeah, I did say, I wonder if she's going to go downhill.
Right.
Because
they've
been together for so long. Yeah.
She's got all the stress, too, of like the royal stuff going on. Like I said, I stay out of that, but I hear it all. I know it all. I'm well versed on it because it's in my household. Yeah.
Clearly. Who is Philip again?
I'll take who is Philip for 200.
Was that one of the kids? That's tragic. Oh, the 99-year-old guy? Yeah. Already looks like a corpse? Sure. Whatever. He had a good run.
Are they sure he wasn't dead for a while?
I mean, the little pictures of him towards the end?
Yeah.
They would look like they were really weakened and Bernays, that guy.
Nice. Yeah. He's still here. He's good.
I haven't seen a lot of corpses, but I question this one.
You can't hug Grandpa. Don't touch him. Don't touch Grandpa. Or what's that? Remember that in The Great Outdoors when they're sitting on the world's oldest man, they're sitting on his lap. Hey, each of you kiss his cheek. He died in the car on the way over. But no, I like the weekend at Bernie's better. That would be so great. Just see him randomly waving to people.
Yeah.
And,
yeah. Just doing like the royal wave. Yeah. We don't need that much string. It's a simple wave.
It's a simple
one pulley will get us there.
I was going to say they got side to side.
Just one pulley is fine. We don't need a whole contraption. You can send the Mythbusters home. We don't need all of that.
Right. But so that was part of my week. I've had a pretty wild week actually. We were
really
we're coming
real
home.
Wild one. We were coming home and it was hysterical. It's always fun when the kids are fun.
So we're coming back from, I don't know, some function or whatever, and Chuck's in the back seat. He's got his headphones on, right? Well, apparently whatever he ate for dinner is not agreeing with him, okay? But he's got his headphones in. Now, he's the only one with headphones in.
Yeah.
And he's sitting on leather seats, okay? Yeah. So anyway.
I sense hilarious stuff incoming.
Yes. Yes, you do. We'll get to that text in a minute, Chief.
Ooh, foreshadowing.
Yeah. But so anyway, we're driving along, and the three of us are talking. He's kind of chilling. And then all of a sudden, he like just totally lets it fly, right? And Marissa looks at him. Nicole turns around and looks at him, and I'm driving. And he goes, "What?" And she goes, and Marissa's like, "You just farted." And he goes, "You heard that?" And I go, "First off, you're the only one with headphones in, dude." Okay, that's not how it works. Because I do that when I walk around outside. If I have my headphones in, you have to remember, like, if I have the lawnmower running, cool, man, let them fly. Right. You know what I mean? But like, if I'm standing, and there's people out in the yard next to okay, listen.
Yeah, you're like Andy Dufresne trying to escape. You're waiting to slam that rock in the pipe with the lightning. Now. And right. Yeah, or you actually like you try to coincide it with noise you're making, right? You're like, that's exactly what it is. Hey, hold on. You said a door was squeaking in the house, right? Yeah. Let me test it real quick. Yeah. I don't get it.
Right.
Made a weird noise in the middle there, but I don't get it.
Yeah. So you're like, I don't know, but the hinges smell terrible. I think the hinges are burning.
That's what I don't get when people are like, wait, you knew that? Like, you don't act like you didn't know it. You felt it.
Well, and then like the third one was just like rancid. So I was like, first off, I don't care if it was quiet or not. Okay.
We're in a closed area.
Yeah. We're in confined space. Okay. When there's like welders on job sites, they have people like standing watch to make sure they don't die. And we're driving, this is what we're doing. So it was hysterical, but just the whole, because like when I put my headphones in, I realize I'm an adult and I've lived a lot longer than Chuck has, but I realize that I'm the only one that can't hear anything.
Yeah,
it's not that I'm depriving anybody else of hearing me do stuff. Same thing like people that sing with headphones in. First off, you barely sound tolerable when I can hear the music.
Yeah, and you can't hear yourself.
Yeah,
like that's not a monitor in your headphones.
Right.
That's. You're hearing the good music. We're hearing no.
Yeah, that's not a Reba McEntire earpiece where you're like, I get my vocals back.
Here we go.
What?
Oh, I got the reverse. Well, you brought up Reba again, so I figured you're going to be in the doghouse.
Ginger.
I had the reverse. Last night, I'm watching them on my laptop, and I have my headphones in because it's for me. It's not for the rest of the room.
Right.
But Tina's listening to something without her headphones on. Just because she's the only other one in the room, I have headphones on, so she's listening to something. And then she wants to make a comment about it, so I take my headphones off, turn around, and she starts repeating everything. And I was like, I don't know if you know this, but I'm sitting here the whole time. She's like, I didn't know you were listening. I'm like, I wasn't intentionally. But I could hear your stuff over my stuff in my headphones. So if you want to make a comment on it, we can just go right to the comment. Because I've heard everything that you're listening to right now.
Yeah, that was not my plan.
Yeah. It wasn't what I was doing, but it kind of happened anyway.
Yeah, I had a goal for today, and it was not to hear yours over mine.
Yeah. Like, I don't know if you know this, you're sitting right behind me. You're right there. Look up here.
Remember that, though, in school, too, when you do that? You'd be sitting behind somebody, and then all of a sudden you'd hear something, you have to figure out what direction it came from. Because you sit in wood stools, or wood chairs, in the and you're like, or plastic chairs at times, whatever you had. And that just echoed like crazy. Yeah. And you get certain kids, like they got off on that. They're like, this is what I'm going to do today. Right. I swear to God, if I have one, I'm going to make sure it's the loudest, most obnoxious thing ever.
The thing is, everyone does it. It's
for sure.
It's everything. If we would just as a society be like, okay, that happened, let's all move on.
Right.
We would be fine. But it's the fact that, like, as children and adults, depending on the room we're growing up, they make it such an event.
Yeah.
Like, oh, what did you do? Like, if we just let it go, figuratively and literally, everything would be fine. So, we wouldn't have to run out and try to I got to mow the lawn in November.
I think because
that chili didn't sit well with me.
I think I was younger than Chuck. I was probably 10, 11 years old. And in Wilmington, where we grew up, they had a place called L&L Video.
Okay? I recall. Like the old one or the...
Yeah, the old one. The old one where they actually
across
had
from where the car wash is now?
Yeah.
Okay.
So they had the VHS tapes. That's, old. Yeah. But VHS tapes stacked up in these binders that you turn like poster things at Spencer. You know what I mean? You're turning these huge
Yeah, they were floor to ceiling.
huge walls
Yeah.
of just videos stacked on top of each other. So then you'd go up and give them the number you wanted. You'd rent the video. So we're going through there. I'm in there with my mom. And again, I'm young, but I totally obnoxiously just, let go, man.
Yeah.
Let go. Well, it wasn't loud, but it was horrid. I mean,
Let it go.
Yeah.
We'll all know.
So anyway, guy walks through that worked there at the counter, walks through, stops and looks at me. And I look at the old lady next to me that I didn't even know. And we grew up in a small town. I did not even know her. And I pointed at her like, you believe that? You know what I mean? Like that. You believe that? You know, you believe that? Yeah. I did one of those, right? And the guy was just like, he kind of did, like you said, he called attention. He did the whiff in front of his face and smiled and went, you know, like that, and walked away. And I'm like, whew, you know?
You're like, old people do have a purpose.
Don't you go dying on me now.
Don't you?
We gotta keep Grandpa Philip around just for that purpose.
How dare you, sir? He is a prince. Is Your Royal Highness Grandpa Philip?
Something's rancid in here. I think it's Grandpa Philip.
Yeah.
He's been gone a while.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that story just popped in my head because that was, like you said, people call attention, this and that. He played it up for me. Now I'm a kid and
Right.
I'm like, oh man, that old lady she just farted. You believe that? Yeah. And he's like, oh, you know, and he's doing the whole thing and then walks away and I'm like, that was totally me. You know,
Wait a minute. I want that attention. That was me. I'm a man.
I'll be a man someday. That was me. I'm 10. I have toots. Right. Where's my attention?
Okay. So far, you've had a wild week, and all it consists of is Chuck, like, Dutch ovening you in your van.
Right.
What else happened?
Well, first off, it could be any kind of oven. We don't want to offend the Dutch. So it could be anything, okay?
Sorry. He can more oven you.
Let's go with something that's out of production.
Yeah. Sears can't do anything now. They're done. Don't call us.
So, hey, and then, hey, just a little update, too. Apparently, my astrologer.
All right.
She is Dawn the astrologer.
Yes,
she's lost interest in me, and
I prefer Joy.
yeah, she must believe
Palm olive.
she must believe that. Well, dude, you got me thinking about dishpan hands right now. And I'm like,
palm olive. That would
I'm
work.
looking at my hands. And I'm like,
let me read your palm olive. Wait a minute. Hold on. This feels like a commercial.
Yeah, my name's not Olive, but no, she apparently has given up hope on me being okay because she has.
Well, at least that's a surprise. Dawn and I are on the same page.
She has stopped sending the concerned yet supportive emails because I have yet to send any supportive cash.
Oh, I see how it is.
So apparently, she's given up hope on me. So I don't know when my 3-day window of anything good's going to be. When it goes, I'll let you know.
That's her fault for buying her list from the car warranty people.
You see my post I put up about that?
Yeah.
I get so many calls a day, and I don't have a car that's been in warranty for 10 years. You know,
Right.
So I just love it. What about your week? Anything,
yeah.
Now that we're still like catching up on my week, that's
It feels
awesome.
like 4 years later.
Yeah.
2,000 years later.
Well, you're getting your car back.
I'm getting my car back.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Somebody
And
stepped up to the plate and
did not have to buy my car back from the dealership. That was nice.
that was very nice. Yeah. That's positive. What else? Anything fun this week?
Yeah, actually, this week was the inaugural Laugh More Showcase at Zany's Rosemont.
Oh yeah. I promise you I would not talk about it until we got on the podcast.
Yeah.
Right.
So
go
that's
ahead.
going to be every Wednesday at 8 o'clock at Rosemont and Zany's. I don't know if you caught that from when I said Zany's and Rosemont.
Yeah. That's the third time, so that counts.
Yeah, it counts.
That's a promotion. Call me.
Yeah, it's a showcase that I don't want to like overinflate what I do there, but it's Brian Williams from we know him from Zany's from St. Charles. I worked with him at that Zany's. He and I are like putting together. We're the ones that are, you know, when we show up, we're the ones that do like producing it there. Like I don't want to say like it's not our show. It's not like we own Zany's or we have anything to do with it.
Right.
But we're the ones that are like kind of quote unquote in charge of it.
You're doing a layout. You're getting everybody set up.
Yeah, we're gonna set up. We're working with them. We're gonna trade off hosting duties.
Yeah. You said duty.
I did say duty. Well, this is the first one. It was great. Our friends from What Do We Know with Jim and Hari were there. Both Jim and Hari.
Really?
Yeah, they both got up on stage and did some work.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
I won't say it on the podcast, but Hari and I have the exact same birthday.
Well,
Yeah. Now, it turns out we're not twins because one of our parents would have been surprised, I think.
Ta-da!
Yeah. Ta-da! These two don't match.
What's that?
One of these things
is not
doesn't
the same.
belong
Yeah.
here. One of these things isn't the same. And there's only two of us, so it's like a grid of four. It'd be like, wait a minute.
So you're saying he doesn't have red hair?
Yeah, someone's got a story. Yeah, no.
Yeah. Gotcha.
Yeah, it was the coloring issue, but yeah, also the hair.
Yeah.
No, it was a great time. We had a great turnout for the first show, so that was a lot of fun. We're, like I said, doing it every Wednesday. If anyone wants to know when I'll be the one doing it, they can reach out to me and I'll let you know, and you can come and see it.
Nice. So what's the door charge?
If anyone wants to let me know, I will let them know. I don't know. I just walk in and start working. I don't know.
Oh, so that's cool. Okay.
I don't know what
because
it
I
is.
know when you were at Zany's and Rosemont, you guys had a little more responsibility too on top of that. So it's nice. You guys get to focus just on the show then and setting everything up and doing.
Yeah, like when we were doing the open mic at Zany St. Charles, we would
You'd work the door.
Yeah, we would work the door. We would seat people. We would do
Right.
we would take care of that. Yeah, now the actual wonderful staff at Zany's Rosemont are doing the seating, and there's food and drinks available. So it's a whole night you can come out.
Man, you're like the Jeffersons. You're moving on up.
I am moving on up.
You're moving on up.
Yeah, but it's a lot of fun, and I hope to see people out there and have a good time.
I plan on coming out whenever Brian's doing his comedy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
he'll be next week again. So you come out that week.
you caught on to why I'm doing that,
Yeah.
right? Okay.
I do know so the 21st is a Wednesday, correct?
Yes.
I do know I'm hosting that night.
Are you really?
Yeah.
We might have a special drop that night too.
Oh, that is a special date. That's a red letter date in history, isn't it?
Yes, it is. It's the extravaganza. Tony Danza's 70th birthday. Yes.
Should I mention that on stage?
You should. I think you should. I think you should mention.
Hey, can you cover the show for like 5 minutes? I'm gonna Google like a Tony Danza T-shirt.
You're gonna get yourself a Danza, some Danza apparel.
Yeah.
I like it. No, but that's his 70th birthday.
I did purchase glow in the dark suspenders.
Shut up.
Yeah, I did.
Was that the one that I?
That's the one you sent me. So I think I also probably purchased about a credit history report for the next 7 years because I don't think that was a legit website.
So you, just so you know, I just got a couple shirts that I ordered February.
Oh yeah, I'm fully expecting to get those in August.
Right. And then I got the power washer thing for your hose. It's supposed to make it
Pet jet?
Close. But I got one of those, and so I told Nicole, like I said, I'm done ordering stuff online. I'm not because I bought some stuff and I said I'm done. Right.
Yeah.
Well, now I'm getting all this stuff I ordered back in February, so I look like a total scumbag. And I'm like, I swear to God, I ordered it in February.
That's not the only reason. Like you don't just now look like a total scumbag.
Right. Starting
now.
Okay, gotcha.
I like the one, Brian, where Tony Danza is hugging Tony Danza and it says, "Hold me closer, Tony Danza." That's a good shirt. I like that. That was a solid shirt. I think it's just under this row. Keep going.
That's solid
Okay,
material.
maybe under this row. It was a great shirt. Just keep it going. There it is. You were right on it. It's right there.
What? That is so. Okay, maybe under the. Oh, okay, hold on.
Well, you act like
so
it's
close.
like it's just a freewheeling deal over here. Like Brian using Google is a simple thing that I get and you don't.
Yeah.
It's hard to direct this guy on Google. No, that one. Nope, stop scrolling. Go back. Left. Not that one.
Hey, put me in charge of that for a day and see what happens.
Oh, yeah, we would be on MapQuest.
Printing out directions.
Yeah, looking how to printing out directions to venture.
They're having a sale at Zares.
Yeah, seriously. Anyone know where the nearest Hojo's is?
So I
like to go to a Howard
and
Johnson's.
said MapQuest. You know what I meant? I meant Google MapQuest or whatever it's called. You know what I meant? You know what I meant? What?
I meant Google Online Instant Messenger. That's what I meant. You know what I meant. Jerk.
Google Online Instant Messenger. I don't think that's a real thing. So I'm not real tech savvy, but I don't think that's a real thing. Well, so being a tech savvy, I get put in charge of ordering the memory card that we need for the camera. Right?
This was wonderful. This is the highlight of my week. Yeah. One of the highlights of my week. I got to tell you.
So I realistically don't know crap about, the camera that Mac has or anything else. But he said, hey, if I download a video and send it to you, it's going to take a long time. So I said, all right, well, what can I help? And he said, get a disc or a memory card, and you can just take it with you. And that way you have it.
Can we all do our parts on this? Because there's a text. Like if Max says his line and you say your line, I would love to do my line.
No, your line sucks. Your line sucks. It made me laugh out loud, but it was at my own pain. Yeah. So I was so angry that I was like, I just laughed at my own demise.
All right, I'll set it up. So Max says, did you already order the thing I asked you to order? And you say,
I said, yeah, I have it right here.
And I reply with, I foresee some hilarious stuff incoming.
Yeah, I'm still laughing.
Because when someone's like, "Hey, did you do that thing I asked you to do?" and they don't say it like in a, "Hey, I figured it'd be done by now" kind of way. It's a, "Oh, did I catch you before you did the thing I asked you to do?" Yeah. That was the tone I can't read. You can't read tone in text. I got that tone from Mac.
So did I.
Oh, remember that thing where you're gonna have to pay money and you don't really need it? And I asked you about it. Did you do that? And you're like, "Yeah, I got it right here."
Wait for her to follow it up with, by those, are any chance by those free now? Are those free on Amazon?
Where'd you get it? What's the return policy where you got it?
Yeah, is it free returns?
So, but hey,
we're using it today, right?
Yep,
we're using it, so we're good. We're good.
Yeah, I'm no longer thrilled about it.
Right,
I'm no longer excited.
Right.
I see the T-shirt is actually Elton John holding Tony Danza, so I'm no longer interested.
Gotcha.
It was funnier when I thought it was Tony Danza holding Tony Danza.
So you're out then.
Yeah. Oh, that's the thing. I'm out.
All right. So, but no, what is going on? I'm like allergic to the microphone.
Allergic to a microphone?
Yeah, I don't know. To the microphone. It's like, it's ridiculous.
Why are you sneezing? What's going on? Oh, that?
All the time. I don't know what my deal is.
That drives me nuts, by the way.
It drives me nuts.
I wasn't paying attention to it. Now I will. So I hate you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, I lived with a guy that would do that all the time.
I'm sorry, what'd you say?
I worked with someone who did that, and it was like, why are you staying there?
They're shaking his head. He's like, they're going to be wiping so much stuff off this recording.
Every time you do it is money for him.
Yeah.
It sounds like a cash register.
Hey, by the way, last week I got a freebie on there, and anytime I can get him to swear, I'm going to make him swear so that I get a freebie. Yeah. I'm like, bleep this here.
Yeah, leave that here for free.
Yeah.
They said it's for free.
Yeah. I got this here coupon. I got other paper.
I got coups, baby.
I got coups.
I got coups.
I got coups and toots. That's what that's. It's like my boat's nose.
Yeah. Unfortunately, they're only good at Hello Video.
Yeah. That place is gone.
Yeah, you could probably MapQuest it, but it won't be in Google Maps.
Hey, so interesting story this week too. Did you see that a man? Because
you're a man.
I'm a man. As soon as I said that, and your eyes lit up, I'm like, damn it, he's going to throw this right in my face.
You literally wiffle balled that right in.
Yeah, wiffle ball Tony. Yeah. So anyway, he ran from Disneyland to Disney World.
What?
Yeah, he ran. He's the first guy to ever do it. Right, and they show him running up to Disney World.
Wait, is his name Forrest?
No.
I just started running.
But what was funny to me is I started thinking, I'm like, he probably still missed his fast pass. He's got to get there and stand in line.
Yeah.
Like I ran 2,800 miles or whatever it is.
That'd be great if Disney's like, hey, you can park hop again.
Yeah.
But there's a catch.
We don't have buses.
Yeah. There's no reservation for this. But
I never thought about it. That's awesome. Yeah, it's like, I'm going to get a lift. Good luck with that one.
Hey, I got to park up, but I got to check what the availability is 3 weeks from now. Sir, no, trust me.
I did not look to see how long it took him, but that had to take him some time.
Yeah, that had to take some time.
That had to take some real time.
I mean, you want to do that, I guess, in the spring would be a good time to do it, or late winter.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
because if you don't want to run through Texas or Florida when it's anywhere past now.
Right.
Well, is it just like driving? So when you get to Florida, you're like, man, I still got a long way to go. I'm telling you, you drive there all the time. So I know I'm preaching to the choir here, but you get to Florida and you're like, how much is left still?
But also, you drive through the whole state of Georgia.
Yeah, he didn't have to do that.
Yeah,
he just came across.
Right, because Georgia's the one that kills me. Now, once you get in Florida, at least you're like a home stretch of 300 miles.
Yes, you know what I mean. Well, last time we drove down, we only went to the Panhandle.
Okay.
But it was the same thing. We were like, how am I still in Alabama?
Right.
I have been in this state for 4 days. How am I still here?
Right.
So what I can imagine when you get into Florida and you're like, it's still another, what is it, from Florida to Orlando?
I don't know, 300 miles.
Yeah, it's still another, like,
whatever.
Ooh, it's still another stretch.
Yeah, it's well, you figure, like, for my door to door, if you MapQuest it, okay?
So this might be a little off at this point.
Yeah.
MapQuest is like, you need to get gas 4 blocks. No, I don't. There's one right here. How do you not know that, MapQuest?
But no, it's 1,197 miles. So you figure it's about still 25% of the drive.
You know that, but you don't know what's 53 miles away from your house?
Oh, I know Disney's not 53
All right,
miles
so
away from my house.
it's 1,200-ish miles.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, so if you still have 300 miles in Florida, you have 25% of your drive is in the state you're going to.
Ugh.
You know, so but again, once you're out of Georgia. And that's where I always that's where they have all the speed traps and everything too. So you really have to watch your speed, especially when you have out of state plates. I mean, they sit there and just go, ooh, money, cha-ching, cha-ching,
right.
cha-ching. So, and then I know some people that got busted there, and you have to appear in court there.
Right.
Like you don't just mail it in and go, here's my $200. You basically you have to show up. So now you're taking more time off work. You're driving down again, or you're flying in, whatever you're doing.
Again, right.
You get nailed. You know.
Yeah, we won't talk about Georgia laws right now. That's a topic we won't get into. I will tell you, when I spend that Branson money, which my mom is already recruiting me to take her to Branson, and she wants to go to Vegas.
Really?
Yeah. I know when I'm driving home and I see the landmarks that tell me on the way down, like, oh, we're almost there.
Right.
When I see those on the way home, it's like, oh, that means we're not almost there. That means we're on the other end of the trip. That sucks. Because driving to Branson, I for some reason I can tell you it's not for some reason. Driving in Illinois is the most boring. There's nothing to look at.
You're
absolutely
correct.
nothing to look at.
Correct.
And once you get past Springfield, there is literally one exit between Springfield and St. Louis that has anything on the side of the road, and it's like it's got a Steak and Shake and a Walmart. That's what you get to look at. Oh look! Oh, they put a Nancy's Pizza down here? That's weird.
Oh, my
I didn't know they had that down there. Well, that's something new.
Moving on up.
Right. But you get into Missouri, there's billboards, and like they put their towns right on the side of the road. Like Illinois,
right.
You exit, and it's like 4 miles, and then you get to their town.
Yeah.
In Missouri, there's actually some rolling hills. There's billboards. There's stuff on the side of the road. There's weird attractions. There's a town called Uranus.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
You ever get stuck there?
I have not. But they do have a fudge store.
Do they really?
Yeah, that is legit. So there's stuff to look at. But on the way down, like you get to the boring part of Illinois, and suddenly like it brightens up. You get to see snow. But on the way back, you're passed through St. Louis, and you're like, oh right, I've got 238 miles because that's the Lumen exit 238. Right. I got 238 miles of this.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. Hey, last chance for Waffle House.
That's true.
Right there. That's your last chance.
And I have eaten at that Waffle House.
Is that Collins?
Yeah, Collins.
Collins. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Collinsville, maybe.
Is it Collinsville?
Yeah.
Okay.
You go a little bit off the path, you can see the Brooks Ketchup water tower. It's a water tower shaped like a Brooks Ketchup bottle, which I bet there's 3 people on this earth that know what Brooks Ketchup is at this point. Did you mean Hunt's? No, not even Hunt's.
It's on MapQuest.
Yeah, well, probably.
It's one of your reference points.
Let's say one of the things to see. One of the things to see in Illinois.
Up and coming Brooks Ketchup.
Yeah. It's faded because you can't click on it yet.
It's faded to time. That's what it is.
It's been faded to time.
Wow.
That was a live reading for you.
Yeah, that was live.
I didn't feel like leaning over.
I do the readings. Okay. So you're golden. Dude, I only... So
it wasn't hot this time.
Here's the deal.
When you kept saying pump earlier when I was trying to drink coffee, I almost died.
I only say something semi-entertaining when he puts his coffee mug to his face. That's the only time I say something.
You are good at the semi.
Yeah. Hey.
Driving. I was talking about trucks. What are you talking about? Don't look at me that look. You believe that?
That was also a live one. So, I was told by my daughter that I have to bring this up too. I needed Ted the Finder this week because apparently I have a jersey that I had made when Chuck was born in 2007.
Oh, the one that Dick signed?
Yep.
I'm on top of it. I pay attention, Brian.
But so the whole family signed it too, and so I want to display it because I
didn't.
Yeah, I'm trimming out my.
Did Prince Philip sign it?
No.
Oh well, you missed that opportunity.
Maybe
the weekend in Bernie's his hand across it. Yeah. This seems morbid.
Do you see that? You see that bloody X mark? That.
Did he fall face first on it? Grass. All right, so you're looking for this jersey.
So I'm looking for the jersey, and last time I saw it was in my daughter's closet. Okay, so I said, okay, I'm gonna go look in there and see if it's hanging in there. Well, it's not, and she has like Jengaed her closet because keeps her room very neat and tidy, but she's very much a hoarder. I am too. I got to go through and purge and get rid of stuff. If I haven't touched it or used it, it needs to go. Okay, so I know what's not leaving, Ted, and don't look at your watch.
My watch beeped. I think it was like, does he know what he just said? He does. He does.
The watch is smarter than me.
The watch finally was like, we can answer that question.
I can't stop doing that.
What is your deal?
I don't know.
Bruh.
I can't stop.
You got mold in here, Brian?
You must have mold.
No. No.
That was so delayed. Wait, what did they ask me? I'm going to go with no. No is usually the answer. No.
Yeah, it always starts with, huh? No. It's like a typical response.
All right, so let's go back. She Jengaed her closet.
She Jengaed her closet. So I thought, man, if this jersey's in here and like under all this, I'm going to be, and again, very neat and tidy. Like, I mean, it was like the neatest, tidiest game of Tetris you've ever seen in your entire life. Until I got in there. Well, you can imagine me when I'm
Are you shoving the 4 pieces in with the T's and it doesn't like fit?
Well, I'm already at my wit's end because I can't find it. Okay.
So you're already like Uber Damon at this point.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
So anyway, I pull, I don't know, I go about 25% up from the floor and I start pulling there, which means the rest of it comes down and now it's not in there. Okay.
Well, that was a waste.
So I go and I tell her, hey, boo, I'll help you with your closet later, but I'm still looking for this jersey. Now the closet's become her room.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, it's all over her room. And again, I've already looked in the spots I thought it would be. So I went there last, knowing that, like we've said,
Yeah.
that's the last place I saw it. Why would it be there? Well, I got to at least check there, you know? So my closet, I have a couple suits and a couple of Bears jerseys. And that's
the whole jersey. That's the whole closet.
Yeah, that's all that hangs in my closet.
Yeah, that's all that fits.
So what's nice.
That was 4 items.
Yeah. Don't turn them sideways. I didn't.
We talked about girth, right?
Right. Yeah. So anyway, it's a lot flatter when you look from a different angle. So anyway, what I did is I lost my closet to my wife. The other half is the other 76% of the closet, my wife has commandeered and taken. So I was like, okay, I went through all my stuff and I even went through jerseys to make sure I didn't like double up, like, you know, you were leaning in.
That was my fault for leaning back. Yeah. That was my fault.
Lean back. Yeah. So I look on her side and I'm moving her clothes and I swear to God, I never saw it, but it was all the way against the wall, and it was like stuck to a dress or whatever, but it was in there. So
you didn't go to the window or to the wall?
No, not at all. I went to the closet and I made my daughter very angry.
Yeah.
I go downstairs and I said, listen, I call everybody downstairs. I said, listen, there's a reward for whoever, there's no price on the head of this jersey. There's a reward for anybody who brings it to me. So then cut to 15 minutes later and my wife's coming downstairs. My wife who couldn't find 4 Easter eggs.
In the thing she was holding.
And the thing she was holding, which by the way, I had to apologize for that. You guys you all heard an apology too for laughing at that, Mac. I think that you should really say, hey, I'm sorry, Nicole, for the way I acted.
The finder apologizes to no one.
Mac?
I'm not sure what you're talking about.
Yeah.
That checks out.
Yeah. Why don't you just come on? Huh? No.
Yeah. No would have been fine there too.
Okay. No.
Yeah.
Well, that was a little aggressive, but all right, we'll take it. That'll probably take some heat off me. I appreciate it.
Yeah. Yeah, you were very laid back in your rebuttal that you were not going to do it. Yeah, your refusal.
A finder apologizes to no one.
Yeah. So, but she comes downstairs with it. She's like, I found it. And I said, where? And she goes, it was in your closet, but it's all the way over against the wall. And I says,
oh, so your closet that I partly use.
I said, well, I went up there and I looked through the closet and I tried to I probably grabbed 2 or 3 garments at a time on that side. I should have grabbed one, I guess. And I should have went all the way to the wall. I feel like, hey, congratulations. But I literally looked at her when I went up the second time. I go, look, you checked through all your clothes, right? And she goes, yeah. I said, okay. And
I feel like this is you just trying to back out of the reward.
And I didn't do it. I am. Because she's like, oh, I can't wait. This is going to be the best back rub. I said, I offered cash.
Yeah.
Okay.
I offered cash.
Yeah. How about if you take the cash and go get a nice back rub? You know?
Yeah. Only backs. No front stuff.
Go get your nails done. Yeah. Yeah, that's when you're calling the place. Look, I don't want to overpay because I don't want there to be enough money for front stuff.
I want her to have an angry ending. If we could do that, is there a way I can pay for that?
I need the sorry husband special, please.
I don't know. That's probably going to cost you.
So I hear you're fighting with your husband. But but I will give her props that she found it, and I will tell my daughter that I shouldn't have destroyed her closet. So that was a whole thing. But she told me, she's like, Dad, and she went up, and she's a true trooper just like me. Like, I went through some dilemmas with my basement floor and doing stuff recently where, like, I made a much bigger mess and I just had to deal with it. My daughter, same way. I go up there, she's just cleaning. She's in her element. She's like, I got this. And then she purged because we had it all out.
Yeah.
You know, so it was nice, but it was just like, sorry, boo. I was like,
I got some news for you.
And I told her, I go, I'll come help you. But of course, like, I'm not going to help her on her timeline. I'm going to help her on mine. You know what I mean? So she's like, no, we're going now.
She might not even want your help either. She might want to, like, not just be rude, but just like, I want to put my room back the way I want it. I don't want to be like, what's this? You keeping this? What are we doing with this?
That's what I would be doing.
Yeah, I know. That's I totally get it. Now, I had an episode of The Finder at my house just yesterday.
Really?
Yeah. We needed our son's birth certificate. I say we loosely. So I get a text that says, have you seen the binder where I keep the paperwork, the birth certificates? And my brain went back to when I worked at Borders, and it went, yes, it's on the built-in bookcases, left side, second shelf from the bottom.
Wait, you did this from the phone?
Yeah. Yeah, that's where I remember seeing it.
So the finder from memory.
Right. Oh, that's how I used to be at Borders. Borders would be like, we used to have walkie-talkies. And be like, hey, Ted, have you seen this book? I'm like, yeah, it's going to be in sports. It's going to be in the back of the alcove, fourth shelves down, or fourth bays over, third shelf from the bottom, somewhere about the end of the shelf. And they'd be like, how do you do that? I'm like, I don't know. Because if I knew, I would monetize it, and I can't.
Stop asking me.
I would not be working here. If it was something I could make money with. Anyway, so guess what? Guess what wasn't in that binder?
No.
Yeah, birth certificate's not in there. So
But you knew where the binder was.
Right.
You sent her to the binder.
Now, the thing is, the text came from inside, the calls are coming from inside the house. Because I was inside the house. So I just come downstairs, and she's flipping through it and back and forth. She can find other important paperwork. Everything is in there that's important except his birth certificate. And I'm just standing there, like, literally just sipping my coffee behind it, like, I should probably try to fix this solution. Because I guess the printer had broken. She was trying to print out a form. So she's already steamed. Yeah. Now, Truman is just standing there doing nothing. I figured that's what.
So he's not helping either.
Wait, he's probably never even seen his birth certificate. I don't blame him, but he's also hovering. He's standing right there. Oh. And I'm like, I'm going to back off. So I put my, I'm just going to find this. So I go, and within 2 minutes, I find the birth certificate. I'm like, I got it. No one hears me. And I hear the up and down the stairs. Like, I have it. And then her mom shows up at that point because they're all going together. Yeah. And she's like, I found it. And she's walking out. She's like, I found it. And then she keeps going. And I was like, I wasn't going to say anything, but now that you've acknowledged that I found it, but in a backhanded kind of way, now I'm upset. I found it. That's fine. Ted found it.
Yeah, that was
literally
nice.
Did that. I was like, I don't care.
That sounds like something I would do, though. So I got to say, I'm
take credit for it? Absolutely.
I'm on Team Teen on this one. Yeah, I definitely am.
But those are texts I get all the time. Have you seen my keys? Yeah, they are on, and then from the phone. Like, I don't go find them. I just have to tell her where my brain is mentally, categorize them. And when they're not there, and I suggest, well, maybe here. And I go, one time I'm not looking for ideas. I want to know if you have seen my keys. And I went, and the finder is closed. Yeah. I'm not there. This is the last place I saw them. If they're not there, stop asking me. I'm out. Right. Like, if they're not in the place I said, this is the last place I saw them, we're not going to go, and you don't want the second to the last or the third to the last or the fourth to the last. I don't know how I can help you.
Yeah. They're in the parlor with the candelabrum.
Right.
Yeah. We're not playing Clue.
Have you asked Professor Plum?
Yeah.
What does he say?
Colonel Mustard.
Yeah. Is Miss Scarlett there? Because I'll come home.
That's so awesome. I'll be right there. Yeah. The call's now coming from in the house.
Yes. Now the calls are back in the house.
No, we get that too. Because I'll be downstairs in the basement and they're upstairs. So they're 2 floors away.
Yeah.
Now I can yell. I got some pipes. But I'll yell to the point where, like, I give myself a headache. And I'm like, are you kidding me? I just pull the phone out then and I group text. I need you both in the basement. Boom, they're right there. But it's like, how do you not hear... like if you were cutting me up with a chainsaw, they might not hear the chainsaw and they wouldn't hear me screaming.
But they would hear you fart.
Right. Yeah. They'd be like,
was that Dad?
Dad, did you just fart, Dad? Yeah. Yeah.
You should have had that lawnmower going. Well, the way our house works.
Run the drill.
Yeah. What are you drilling? Don't worry about it. What are you drilling? It stinks. Is that old wood? Yeah. Our house works out where my office is in the exact opposite corner of hers because she's moved into what they call the frog room, family room over garage.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah.
So she's in the far corner of that, and I'm in the far corner of the other house. Yeah, we have two houses.
Aside from Branson money.
Is that Branson money?
I have two house money.
Yeah, so I'm in the other
one's
corner.
in the pond, right? Didn't we?
Yeah.
We already determined that the other day.
If I could shove it in there,
yeah,
it'd be there today.
But being that far apart, then you're okay with quiet and noise, and you're good. Or do you still hear?
Yeah, she's over there basically to separate from any house noise,
right?
Because she works from home all the time, and I just occasionally work from home,
right? Yeah. So is that where you have your bike set up and stuff?
Yeah,
then too?
it's nice. I have it. It faces the new path they built, so it's out over the.
So when you're pedaling, you're like, oh, people enjoying freedom.
Yeah, look, there's people walking.
Oh, look,
there's people outside.
They're outside. I'll open my window. This is the same.
Yeah, this is just the same. I can smell the fertilizer just like they do.
Right. Oh, look, I'm watching the snowplow guy push
her
up.
window overlooks the neighbor's house. It's literally one of those windows where it's it's 8 feet and then there's a house.
Weird, awkward. Yeah.
So that's where she went.
Yeah. That's all right, though.
Well, she was going to take the other part, but then our daughter was like, no, that's where I want to do for at home schooling this year.
Right.
And then did that for 2 days and didn't like the fact that, there were meetings going on in the other part of the room. So then she went downstairs, but she wouldn't let Tina move over to that part.
Really?
Yeah. I would have been wouldn't let. I don't know. I mean, I'd
challenge accepted.
Yeah, challenge accepted. I would have been like, I'm here now.
Guess whose stuff is not in the frog room anymore?
Yeah.
Yeah. Front room over garage is the bedroom in my house. So.
Oh, that's right. Because you popped up through the garage.
Yeah. Yeah. That's where my drywall's cut down where I showed you my awesome plumbing thing I had to deal with. So, hey, can we do a couple strange stories?
Let's do.
Okay. Let's do a couple strange stories. What drop you going to do today?
Let's do this one.
It's Strange Stories with Damon and Ted.
Ma, there's no more deviled eggs on the roof.
No, that's just Damon. He's back at the old video.
Nice.
He let one go while I was doing the drop.
It was the old lady.
And now it smells like deviled eggs in here.
I swear. Hey, so I have this one's kind of short and to the point, but it's pretty crazy.
We call this one the Damon.
Yeah. So this is a 17-year-old woman named Julianne Kupke was sucked out of an airplane in 1971.
She's the one that walked for 10 days in the Amazon?
Okay, look.
Wow. He ruined it. What?
Yeah, I did.
No, I think your wow and your chuckle supporting him ruined it. It's like, wow, Ted really
the only one that survived,
crapped in your breakfast, didn't he?
No, she was the only one that survived.
Yeah, she's the only one that survived, and she was in the Amazon jungle. But after 10 days, she found a boat near a shelter, and she used the boat's fuel tank, still partly full, and poured the gasoline on her wounds, which successfully removed the maggots from her arm.
So you should have told that old man this morning, hey, I'm just leaving it out here in case someone it could be a medical emergency, old man.
Yeah.
And they're going to need this gas. I am just being proactive.
Make sure your life alert's not flammable. Yeah.
You got any maggots?
Yeah. But so out of the 93 passengers and crew, she's the only survivor. And the crash took place on December 24th, so Christmas Eve, 1971. So, but yeah, they show a picture.
But she wasn't found until 1972.
What's that?
But she wasn't found until 1972.
Right. 10 days. Oh, I like that.
Because the surgeon was his mother. So it's one of those jokes.
Yeah. So, if I'm telling this story, it'd be like, they didn't find me for a whole year.
Yeah. That's what it really would be. I'll see you guys next year. I hate you. Hate you so much. No, she got sucked, she was still strapped to the chair. Got sucked out.
So she fell, however many thousands of feet down, but the chair helped break the fall or whatever. Yeah. And I don't know if she landed.
I don't know what they built those chairs out in the 70s, but if you get in an airplane, I know you don't get in them. If you got in one now, good luck.
Yeah, really?
It's literally like those plastic chairs you were talking about from grade school.
Nice.
They are so thin and it's disturbing.
Is this a flotation device? Do you want it to be?
Yeah, because literally be like, oh, we used to fit, 35 rows in here. How are you fitting 57 rows in these planes now?
Right.
Oh, the seats. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that literally would be like, hey, are you watching the movie? No, but I can hear it. But I'm wearing headphones. I know.
It's the echo from all the plastic on the seats. I can hear it. It's like being in an empty gym, you know? But no, I just thought that was weird. So first off, to take gasoline and pour it on your open wound, you know? But then you're doing that to kill the maggots. People that do this, or people that have been like stuck on the side of a snowy mountain until they get rescued, and they had an avalanche and they had to cut off their foot to crawl away. How do you?
I mean, she's lucky it wasn't a couple years later, because we would have had a gas crisis, and then that boat would have been empty.
You know that, yeah. There'd have been just a straw on the ground, or a hose where somebody siphoned the rest of that gas out of there.
Well, I guess these maggots are staying. Like I've never been in a situation where I have to do something that drastic to live.
Right.
So I don't know what, like, after 10 days, she was like, was that something she was like hallucinating would work? Did she know that would work? Like, how functioning is your brain after 10 days of first falling from the sky, walking your ass out of the Amazon forest, and then being like, I bet this will work.
Yeah.
I haven't seen MacGyver yet because it doesn't exist yet, but I bet this will work.
Well, and like me, I think it's like a personal feat of just total accomplishment when it's like, hey, there's no food in the house and I made something out of hot dogs and this and that. You know what I mean?
Did you put them in a waffle iron?
No.
I almost brought a waffle iron today.
Did you really?
Yeah, I have a little small mini one about the size of the pad here.
Yeah. No,
but I would have had to buy buns and a hot dog. It wasn't worth the joke.
You could have put those peeps in it.
Oh, yeah. That's true. You still have those?
Yeah.
I bet you do. You still have Diet Coke from the 70s. I bet you do.
How are you going to get fingernail relish on Peeps?
Yeah, that was something I didn't want to bring. I didn't want to bring nail relish.
Yeah. You get in the car with Lee Press on. I know what we're doing today.
Here's the thing. I totally bet you could put a hot dog in a waffle iron and squish it down, and it would get that crispy, like...
I guess.
I think that'd be fine. But the fact that she put it in buns... 2/3 of the buns were hanging out anyway. Put it in there for like 4 seconds. She brought them out. There's no color on the dogs.
Right.
And then it's like, oh, this is the best thing. No, it wasn't.
Yeah.
And I hate you for wasting my time making me watch that. I'm like, there's got to be a payoff somewhere, right?
There was no
payoff.
No, this is not a long con.
Zero payoff.
This is not a long con whatsoever.
No, that lady in the Amazon, she would have enjoyed those. I don't care what nails you put in. I just burned maggots off of me with gasoline. I don't care if you scooped it out with your toenails. Give me that hot dog.
I already hate it. Can I have the relish from under your fingernails, please?
Yeah. Tina hates feet, like to the fact that doesn't even like to touch her own feet.
Right.
I don't like hair that isn't mine.
Okay.
Like when I reach in the shower for like the shampoo or whatever, which I get it. I don't know why I said that, because why would I need shampoo? I understand. Right. I do use conditioner.
Were you falling and that's what you were grabbing to hold on to?
I do use conditioner in my beard, so you guys can all suck it. So I was reaching for that, and then when I pull my hand back and there's hair on my hand, I know it's not my hair.
Yeah.
Like, oh, gross. Like there is a permanent wig in the bottom corner of our shower, because all of the rest of my family just has like an enormous amount of hair.
Yeah.
So she cut Truman's hair this past week, because it was just it just had to be done, and then just literally threw this hair cap into the garbage, in the bathroom garbage. You know the size of a can in a bathroom garbage.
Well, yeah, but I told you how my kids use it, so I understand.
Well, I literally hit the puddle. The thing popped up. I thought there was a human head in there. Like, what is this? What is this? So then we throw that out. That was last garbage day. We throw that out, and then this week I go back in there, and there's another one. I was like, whose hair is this? Apparently that was just the shower hair that had been collected and put in there, and I'm like, it's just hair. Why do you get so, like, because when I find hair like on my toothbrush or in my like on my stuff, it's
toothbrush
like,
is the worst, man. Toothbrush is the worst.
And I get it. It's a mental thing. It's not as gross as I'm making it out to be, but
no, but it is when you already have the toothpaste on and you put it in your mouth.
Yeah.
And you realize, you're related to them. It is what I get it.
And this is like the lowest kind of trauma you can have. But I was at a restaurant once where...
Well, no, this rates right up with maggots in your arm.
Sure. No, I was at a restaurant once where I found 2 hairs in my food, and they were different hairs. Like one was black and coarse, and one was like kind of like a thin, wispy blonde. And I'm like, wait a minute. I don't know if I could throw up on top of throw up, but I'm about to throw up. It was the worst. And ever since then, I like hair that isn't mine, which my hair was probably like, oh, you don't like hair? Well, we'll just F right off. Here we go. We're gone. We're out. That was the problem, is I asked my hair to join me in a business proposition, and it was like, I'm out.
Yeah, sorry. I can't see this succeeding whatsoever. No. We're gone. We're going to stay on Prince Harry. We're good. Yeah. We're good. Let's do one more. Watch.
We got with a watch.
One more. Let's do one more. One more.
I'm out.
Prince Harry.
Now, it'd be funny if it was I'm out was what did it. Like, oh my God, no wonder. I say that all the time.
I got to stop hanging out with Damon. This watch will not go off.
We did not understand your question.
So we could do either endangered lizard penises sold as Himalayan miracle root.
Oh, we brought that up when Roy was here.
I didn't want to throw him under the bus, but
Roy gets special attention.
But I'm kind of thinking we should do this one.
Let's do it.
All right. Cool.
And I don't know of any. I don't have any. I have not. This one does not ring a bell for me.
Well, and that's why I want to go to something you're not going to be like, oh, yeah, I know all about this. Yeah, it's not a strange story at all. It's something Ted already knows.
We're playing, we've been playing those Twitch games.
Yeah.
Little words.
Yeah.
With comedians that are younger than us.
Yeah.
By about 10 years or so. Not like super young. And they'll be talking about stuff like, or there's a game they play before that called Words on Stream where it's basically like, did you ever play Word on Friends with your phone? Where but it's like Boggle.
Right.
This isn't like Scrabble. This is like Boggle where they just scramble a word. And so I type a word like, how is that a word? And I'll explain it like, how do you know all that stuff? I'm like, I read.
Yeah.
I'm first off, I'm older than you and I read. Well, you know a lot of stuff. I'm like, no, I've been here a little longer. I'm sorry.
Yeah. I've been absorbing for 10 plus years more than
but I gotta tell you, it's really feeding the ego. But I pop in and like, oh, this guy's gonna win because now he's here. I'm like, yeah, that's right.
So the other night,
Boggle champ, Ted. That's what I want on my gravestone.
But you want it scrambled?
Yeah.
So people have to make it out.
I hate you for. I didn't say
He's
that.
a gobble champ? What does that mean? He loves his turkeys.
Glad you went that way with it.
Yeah.
All right, so the other night, what were we talking?
Your face is so red. I love it. Your face is so red.
I hate you.
When you say I hate you, I know you mean other stuff.
Yeah, I really hate you.
Yeah. No does not mean no.
Yes, it does, and no means no.
Yeah. So the other night, because you were doing your host thing, and we used to do the games on Wednesdays.
Traditionally been playing games on Wednesdays,
right?
That's the new night of the Zany's Laugh More Showcase in Rosemont.
Correct. Yeah, and they can reach out to you if they want to go.
They can reach out to me. So they can find me at that checks. No, go ahead. Go ahead. So the other night.
So I went on because I didn't know if TJ was going to be on doing games. So I went on and just watched channel for a little bit. I said, he's not coming. And I wasn't going to stay up too late.
Yeah, he was actually hosting a different show. And I had forgotten. I would have told you, but that's on me.
But I went ahead and said, you know what? Because I'm new to the whole Twitch thing. I don't know how that works real well, And I said, I'm going to just search the game, which is what? Quiplash?
Quiplash, yeah.
So I searched the game and it showed people that were live doing it. And I said, you know what? I'm gonna hop in. Now, it's not a room full of comedians, so it's a different feel. It's a way different feel. So like how you said you feel great, I feel spectacular, okay? But here's the bad part. I know in the room full of comedians, I know what's allowed and what's not allowed.
Yeah, you got to really walk a fine line.
Okay,
right.
So when you jump in, and especially the one was hosted by a female, so I was like, oh, okay, so where do we go here, right? So the first round, I have to really lay back and see what kind of answers come from everybody that knows each other.
Yeah, you got to see, are we doing poop jokes? What are we doing?
Right.
Yeah.
Right, yeah. So, do we say toot or can we say fart? You know what I mean? It's like, what are we doing?
Are we in Ted's house growing up?
Yeah. So anyway, I let the first round go and I do a split with whoever and I'm like, oh, okay, well, let's turn it up a notch. And by a notch, I went to
7
I went to full tilt.
This one goes to 11.
So like the messages. Now, mind you, I never type in the chat thing, so they don't know that my name. They don't know it. They just know I'm in there as a player.
Right.
Okay. So I'm like the ninja. I just come in, I do what I do, and I leave. Right. So I go in, but I was the assassin. So I decided to turn it up. Ice was sweeping everybody for the next 2 rounds, even the final round where you think. Yeah. So I was like, wow. And then I'm like, hey, pull it back there, Chachi, because this ain't a room full of comedians. You know what I mean? This is a room full of just people, And again, I'm not a comedian either. I get it, but I can hold my own. That's why you said we like to go in those rooms and have fun.
Well, it's funny when I play with TJ, he's a comedian, and his friend Chris, they run a show together. When we play, it's usually the three of us are like bouncing around 1, 2, and 3 all the time. It's like, oh, it's either him or him or me, him or me, all the time. It's like, if I could just get in one, that'd be great.
Yeah.
But I've found like the last few times, like it's fun. Like when I do the last one is the one, as you know, it's everyone votes.
Right.
Well, sometimes the game we were playing is like everyone gets the same response, and you vote on which one you like the
It's
best.
basically like a Mad Libs is kind of what it is. They give you a phrase, or how do you make this better, or how do you make this, turn this word into a snack, do this.
Right.
So it's cool, but then the third round,
You're going up against
the whole pool.
Yeah, depending which quick class you're playing against the whole room.
Correct.
And I like winning those because it's like, okay, my joke was funniest for everyone.
Correct. Yeah, those are fun, especially because so you can't vote for your own. So you do have to select other people's.
Right.
So it does feel good. And what's funny is if you really get a winner in there, because I did the one game, that's how I won the one game.
Yeah.
It was a final round.
Oh yeah, I did that. I did that more than once.
And it's like
where
I went from like fourth to first.
I'm in the weeds. I'm just outside.
Yeah.
I'm just outside the medal ceremony.
But
and
you
then that
murder
last
it.
round, like,
yeah, you murder it.
yeah, that's fun.
And then you see some people get no votes.
We're actually looking at how we're gonna we might do some that checks out versions of that where we host it.
Ted's probably gonna have to run the Twitch channel because I ain't smart enough to do that.
And we'll have people in and we'll have some fun. We'll play with games with you guys.
Yeah, we'll do that, and we may have some PG-13 games, and we may have some stupid silly stuff. Who knows?
I should talk to TJ and have him give me a crash course on that.
Oh, because
do you know how to do that, Mac?
It's very entertaining. You ever
Twitch?
Yeah, stream on Twitch. I'll probably talk to TJ.
Your face. Lower the screen down. You're bumming me out here.
Do you want to do your story? Or you want to push it off? Is it one of those things?
I want to push it.
I thought we were going to Matt Damon it, where we always say we're going to bring him out, and then never do that story. Yeah, he's got that thing with Kimmel where, we got to bump Matt Damon, and he'll just be in the green room like, oh.
And they bump him for like a juggler. It's like,
we ran out of time.
Yeah,
Sorry.
ran out of
Matt
time.
Damon.
Sorry, the stupid pet jokes went a lot longer.
So you had some other Martian movie or something?
Yeah.
You seem to always be in space where they leave you behind. Get a clue, Matt Damon. They're always leaving you behind in space.
Yeah, that was a good Mars movie he did though. That was I don't.
Oh yeah, where he's the botanist.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was very cool. So anyway,
Called The Martian.
It was called The Martian.
Yeah.
Was it really?
Yeah.
That was a pretty cool Mars movie.
Yeah, it's a Mars movie he did.
Wonder what would they call something like that?
Milky Way? Yeah. Whatchamacallit? Kit Kat?
That sounds delicious. Yeah.
That sounds is worth about $500,000.
So yeah, no, there's nothing else that I need to get to. I think
that was the funny thing. What did Zany's like? They have at the green room has a bunch of candy. And
Really?
Candy and drinks and everything for the comedians. Like they have like a chest of drawers. It's like a small like.
Are they full size candies or are they small?
They're small, but they have a chest of drawers.
Okay.
Like every drawer is like 4x4. It's like a small drawer. It's like a bureau for your clothes. But every drawer is like different candy.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So one is all gummies and one is like all like, fun size bars and one was all like Chico sticks. You know what those are?
No.
Yeah. we'd have to Google it. Maybe you would use Yahoo. I don't know what. Yeah. Ask Jeeves. Maybe you'd recognize that. But yeah, I kept getting up and Brian's like, wait, you just going in there for the free stuff? I'm like, yeah, it's free. How do you not get this concept?
Dude, I've been up since 4:00 in the morning.
Yeah.
It's 10:30 at night. Yeah. I need sugar.
I don't know what you're talking. Yeah.
It's free.
I don't think you understand this, Brian. Diabetes doesn't count if you're at a comedy club. What are you, stupid?
Because it's not funny.
I guess we should explain that. The guy from Zany's is named Brian. The guy here is named Brian. It's very confusing.
Right. Yeah.
It confuses me sometimes.
It's like
we should call him
Tina's sister is named Amy. So it's, whenever Tina Fey and Amy Poehler do stuff, and it's like Tina and Amy hosting this. I'm like, why? Oh, right, not them.
But at my house,
yeah,
the call's coming from the house.
But she also has like 9 friends named Amy, so she has to be like. So the other day, Amy was there. She'll be halfway in the story. I'm like, wait, which Amy are we talking about? Because if your sister's pregnant and I'm just finding out about it now, that's weird. You know what I mean? Like,
but that's why growing up we always did last names.
Yeah.
I usually refer to you as Wilson. If I'm talking to somebody else, I do that.
I don't have a problem when you do it. I have a problem when new people do it. I don't. It drives me nuts.
Everybody hear that? He has a problem.
They're already doing it. Like you don't have to like. This isn't like we're gonna pick on Mac and his chickens. They're already doing it.
By the way, I thought it was awesome that my wife was the first one to put something up there.
Yeah, I'm kind of underwhelmed by the response.
Yeah, so are we. I mean, we literally softballed that in, and no one took a swing.
We put it on a tee. Yeah. No one's taking chops. No one.
Oh, those chickens! I'm sad. I don't want to do any of that.
Yeah. But like I say or do something like, oh, let's jump all over that.
Oh,
guy.
yeah, I know. Yeah.
I feel bad for Matt.
Yeah, I guarantee
shouldn't talk about.
I will have a plane outside my house by the time I get home that just says Wilson and it spins around.
Yeah. So I tell you what. Let's save that story for next week.
We'll call that the Matt Damon.
The Matt Damon. We'll Matt Damon that story for next week. And I have some other cool stuff too. I did some Treadflix this week. I never got to it, and that's fine. We were having some fun.
Yeah.
So
I like it when we have fun. Like I like it when we don't get to some of the stuff.
Yeah,
That's
I love it when a plan
pre-planned.
doesn't come together. Yeah, because it's usually
Damon's
a lot more
not
fun.
on the jazz again.
So tell everybody where they can reach us, and then we'll see if we can get a sponsor from that Fudge and Uranus place. We'll go from there.
all right, the end of the show. Now I'm going to turn Ted back into a sidekick. Ted, tell him the thing. Do the thing. Do the stuff.
Remember how we broke before?
Poke him with a stick.
We weren't doing what we were supposed to.
Like you
Now
poke him
do
with, do something. Do something. You can find us at thatchecksout.net.
Do your trick. Do your trick.
You'll find a link to all of our shows and all of our socials. Most of our socials, you'll find us at That Checks Out, WDT, which stands for With Damon and Ted. You can find us at Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. That Checks Out, WDT. But again, find it all at thatchecksout.net. For Brian in his lovely studio, Audiohive Podcasting Studio, still redundant. For Damon and Ted, that checks out.